Hey, the robots are coming, and I just want to talk to you about it. Um, so, what does it mean when for every person in the United States there's a corresponding humanoid robot, which is what Elon Musk says? What does it mean to society? What does it mean to work? How does it change industries? That's one thing. Um, we're building all these data centers for AI, processor, RAM. Um, Prices are through the roof. There's a 90-month waiting period for generators. There's over a year waiting period for transformers. Not like Optimus Prime, but like for the power grid. Um, we are entering in a new era, which is like the Industrial Revolution mixed with the information age in this new type of hybrid mining, manufacturing, and digital economy where we are getting rocks out of the ground, manufacturing them, building power plants. Also, we can make data centers for AI, make robotics, and electric cars, which all take metal and processors and RAM and AI and energy, and it's gonna totally change things. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about it except Elon Musk. But a couple weeks ago at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, it was pretty much dominated by humanoid robots. They're out there doing backflips and karate chops and moving boxes around. You're gonna walk into Starbucks or McDonald's and there's gonna be a freaking humanoid robot behind the counter hooked up to its XAI, Tesla AI, whatever AI you want it to have. And it's gonna be like working with a human. You're gonna look at a construction site, and for every construction worker, they're gonna have a humanoid robot working with them. You're gonna walk into a factory or a warehouse, they're gonna be full of humanoid robots just walking around doing stuff. What does that do to the economy? And who's gonna make them? At first, it's gonna be humans making them, and then it's gonna be robots making robots. They need power, they need batteries, they need processors. All this stuff has to come out of the ground and be manufactured. Elon Musk is wanting to make a manufacturing plant for processors. You also have basically the constraint is now how fast can we get stuff out of the ground and into a machine, whether that machine be a computer or a robot. And so the constraint now, if you go by the law of constraint, the constraint is energy and power plants to run data centers. It's manufacturing to build processors. It's mining and the materials in the mines to feed all that. There's only one spot in the world that makes the sand to make processors. Other ways to make it, but there's only one place that makes the right sand that crystallizes in the right way whenever you turn it into a wafer, and it's in North Carolina, in the United States. There's only one place in the world with a lithography machine that can make the wafers that go in processors, and it's like in Denmark. And there's only one place in the world that makes processors, TSMC, in Taiwan. So you have North Carolina, Denmark, and Taiwan essentially making the complete supply chain for processors. That has to change. We gotta get some processing power like in other places. We've got to diversify. You got nuclear power plants coming online. Facebook, Meta is getting in the power plants, nuclear power plants. Microsoft's getting into nuclear power plants. Like I think Microsoft bought like 3 Mile Island, turning on a nuclear power plant. You got I forget who it was, somebody was like, oh, it was the head of NVIDIA. He was like, turn on all the power plants. All available types of power plants, build it. Doesn't matter. Gas, solar, wind, nuclear, build them all. We'll use them all. And Elon was saying the other day that we can get more out of the power grid just by adding batteries to it. You can get something like 50% more out of the power system just by adding batteries to it for all the extra capacity that's created but not used. Of course, he sells batteries, so take that with a grain of salt, but still, he's probably right. Okay, so but where do batteries come from? And those have to be manufactured as well. We gotta get the lithium or the rocks out of the ground, manufactured and into a usable form so we can use them. We've got a huge, what I'm trying to get at is we've got a huge bottleneck. We've got a manufacturing and mining problem. We've got to get rocks out of the ground and into machines, and somebody has to do that. And it's got to happen on a massive scale. Like, I don't think people realize that is just for us in the United States. Everybody in the world is going to be doing this. On top of that, we're going to be doing it on other planets. The amount of infrastructure that is going to be built just to support everything that's going online is crazy. And a good thing we have robotics coming online, but it's just like, what I'm trying to get at is, I don't even really know my point, but the point is there's going to be a lot of things changed. And I haven't even got into the humanoid robots part of it. The humanoids robots part of it is that, imagine, okay, take the iPhone, for example. When the iPhone first came out, all of a sudden it's just a phone, right? But then you have accessories. You got the cover, the ringtones, the software, the apps. That is what's going to happen with the humanoid robots. It's going to have accessories. People are going to want to do stuff with it. Give it clothes, give it mod packs, give it accessories, make it do weird stuff, give it software. The amount of secondary industries that's going to go off of the primary industry is going to be crazy. You go into a freaking mall now, they've got, like accessory stores. Every strip mall has like a Verizon store or an AT&T store. There's going to be like stores for like humanoid robots, selling the robots themselves, selling the accessories for it. There's going to be subscription plans. You're going to have to like subscribe to stuff for your humanoid robot. You're going to have to provide for it. You're going to power it. We went from not having a cell phone bill to having a cell phone bill, an internet access bill. Now we've got AI bills. We're going to have a freaking humanoid bill on top of that. And right now they start at $30,000, which isn't that much for a one-time payment for like an employee. But like, if it gets down to, I don't know, $2,000, $5,000, people are going to be like putting these things in their home. They're going to be like using them for cooking and cleaning, and they're probably going to start falling in love with them. And then all of a sudden people are going to want to marry these things. And it's like, what does that do to society? The rate of childbirth is already going down worldwide. What's going to happen when we start getting needs satisfied by a humanoid robot? Okay, like we need space travel to get us off this planet, because we need to get into other industries. We got to start asteroid mining. We got to start building on the moon, Mars, start going into planetary, because we're just running out of stuff to do here. Like, we're making it so that we don't need humans anymore on every level. And so we gotta find a reason for humans again. And I don't know what that is, but it's not looking too good, man. It's looking a lot like the movies. It's looking a lot like we're building like iRobot or Terminator in some fashion, but it probably won't go that way, but it will go some way. And I just feel like I'm walking around with my head on fire, trying to get people to realize that the humanoids are coming. The humanoid robots are coming. We're entering a new digital age that's like a mix of the what's it called? The industrial age, But you get it.